Hi guys, welcome to GemmaBeaMakes. I'm Gemma B and this is my crafty channel where I talk about all the things that I've been making over the past couple of months. I usually talk about my knitting and spinning and crochet and sewing, but we are slowly turning into a spinning podcast where I talk about my spinning wheels and all the things that I've been making with my 3D printer. I do have quite a bit of spinning. I do have quite a bit of knitting and spinning to show you this time, and of course my Argonaut spinning wheel that I've been making. It's so very close. But I am going to start this episode with a giveaway that we were doing last episode, which was for a set of wool combs. Now these wool combs were my sample set, so they have been used. But I already have a pair and I can't sell these ones on. So these ones are going to go to one of you lucky winners. Also, I made a little bit of a boo-boo error when I was making these ones, in that I got acetone on them because, I don't know if you can see, but I've been growing my nails. My sister's getting married. My sister's getting married on Friday and I'm so excited. So I've been growing my nails and I've been playing with nail polish and I got acetone all over these and I can't get this stain out and I can't sell them like this. So they will come with a little case. It's probably not going to be green. It's probably going to be bright orange, but it will come with a case. So I'm going to give away 2 sets of combs right now. I'm going to do it with this ridiculously old tablet that's asking me to solve sums. What am I? Get YouTube comments. Solve the sum. Why am I solving a sum? Is it because I don't want to be a robot? Okie dokie. So my only preface for winning the combs was just to say that you wanted the combs. So if a comment comes up, you don't mention the combs, I'm sorry, I'm going to skip you and go to a next person. So get YouTube comments. Go. The amount of comments. Select. Start raffle, pick a winner. We're winning, and the winner is... So Livy, you already have a set of combs. You already bought them. That's so mean. I'm so sorry. You couldn't wait. She's like, I can't wait. Okay. There's no point in having 2 sets, right? I'm going to go again. Oh, it's making me add. Why are you making me do sums? That's really very annoying. Okay, go. Get YouTube comments. We already have the comments. Start. Pick a winner. We're going to go again. Linda Simpson. Love to see you. Great with hugs with these. You don't mention the combs either. Oh my God. Okay. Do another one. Pick another winner. Pick another winner. Oh, that's really bad. 2 in a row. Oh. Manon. Okay, Manon Borst. 4769. You are a winner of my combs. Your comment is, love your enthusiasm when you talk about the wheels and combs. Are you guys going to sell the laser cake too? I don't see it in the shop. Did you say you want the combs? You mentioned combs. You can get the combs. They're for you. Manon, get in touch. Don't disappear. I need you back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Okay. Next winner. One more time. Let's go. Manon. And Serenity Fuzz. Oh my goodness. Serenity Fuzz, you are also a winner. Get in touch, both of you. I need your address. I'll send you a message to say that you've both won. You can have the set of combs. First person to get in touch tells me whether they get the blue ones or they get the green ones with the stain. The blue ones have been used. The green ones have a stain. Fabulous winning prize. Fabulous prize winners. Anyway, admin over and done with. I'm going to tell you about what I've been knitting. Now, if you've watched my podcast before, you know that all I knit now is Musselburgh hats. And that's all I'm going to show you today too, because that's all I've been knitting. It's a little bit of a lie. I do have a project that I want to show you, but I'm looking around and I can't see where I put my bag. It's on the floor. Okay, so are you ready for my... We're going to call this segment the Musselburgh Parade, because that is what I have. You ready? Okay, in the order that I knit them, I have this Musselburgh. So if you have never seen this pattern before, it is my favourite pattern of all time. I don't think I'll ever knit another hat because this one just fits perfectly. You knit from the end, you knit in any size yarn and any size needle, and you get to a certain length and count how many stitches you have within an inch. Then the pattern will give you your numbers. You knit a big long tube to what the pattern says, and then you close it back up again. It is fabulous. It goes on the inside of each other like this, and then you get a double thing hat. You can tell I haven't blocked this. But this yarn that I used was from Coastal Colours, and we had a day dyeing yarn with Coastal Colours at our February meeting with the Guild of Weavers, Spinners and Dyers. We all got to pick a skein of yarn of our choice, and we got to all dye it all different colours. Now I dyed this yarn, which is, I did go a little bit for luxury. It is 60% superwash merino, 20% silk and 20% yak. And it was like a very light grey base, and I just put 3 different colours of yellow on it just to see that kind of texture. Now it's all gone that nice lovely golden browny colour that I love. Now the lighting is not the best. We are on a very cloudy, it might as well be raining day. It is June, you wouldn't think it. There has been no summer this year. I've been still wearing my jumpers and my knits all the way throughout the year. Where's the sunshine? That's what I would like to know. My sister's getting married on Friday. Can you please shine? But yeah, oh, that's better. I can show you. But I absolutely love the drape and feel of this yarn. It's really, really nice. And I dyed the yarn to try and match my, what's this? It's green sparkle. That you don't belong there. Yeah, to try and match my cowl that I wear throughout the winter. I wanted this hat for me. I make a million Musselburgh hats a year, but I usually pass them on. But this one is for me. So there you go. Musselburgh number 1. Musselburgh number 2. So I went shopping online at Furbeck Fibres, and she does some really, really fabulous colourful braids of yarn. I bought 3 different colourways and I spun them all one after the other because I really, really enjoyed them. I was also in middle of wheel testing, so I was spinning like a mad lady. But this one was absolutely fantastic. So this is a Polworth and the colourway Ghost, and I really enjoyed doing this. So I broke up my braid of fibre to spin a fractal yarn. So I broke it down the middle, all the way down the middle, and then I spun one piece end to end, and then I broke up the next piece in 5 different, again I split it down the middle 5 times or 6 times, I can't remember. You'll be able to see because you can see the repeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh 7, I did 7 pieces, and they just made the most fabulous like pastel neon-y rainbow. But yeah, Ghost is like the perfect name for it because it's just very ethereal. Absolutely fantastic. Loved spinning it, loved knitting it. It was one of those little pleasure projects that, yeah, really enjoyed. And I also have a few little leftovers from this as well. So I spun a 2-ply and it came out, I want to say, like a fingering sport weight. And that was the little stitch marker that it came with. How cool is that? It just was the absolute cutest. Turn around, little guy. It's just got little blush cheeks and everything. He was so cute. I really enjoyed doing that. Maybe there's another repeat left in here actually. Maybe I split it into 8. There's probably another repeat, so I might split it into 8. 7 seems a very random number. 8 seems more round, doesn't it? But yeah, really enjoyed this one. But because I had such a leftover when I was knitting, I thought my next spin, I'm going to try and do that little bit of a thicker yarn. So I tried to spin it a little bit thicker. This one is called Pink Sunset. I think it's called Perfect Sunset, Pink Sunset. But yeah, I managed to, oh, ping. This was all that I had left over. So I started at this end, yep. And so with this yarn, I broke the braid straight down the middle and I spun from one end to the other, and I tried to, excuse me, I tried to match my yarns all the way through. Absolutely, it's super duper bright, really vibrant colours. Did I say the base? I think this is a Corriedale. Again, a really enjoyable spin. Furbeck Fibres, she gets it right. So this hat turns out like this one. So I made this one, because it's thicker, I knew I wasn't going to have quite enough, so I made the smaller size. So it's actually probably more like a child teen rather than, well, it would fit me because I've got a tiny little head. My hair's looking good today, so I'm not putting it on. But yeah, very enjoyable spins and knits all together. And just a tiny little bit of leftover. I didn't quite time it right. I was trying my very hardest. I thought, oh well, when I was increasing, sorry, to begin with, I was like, right, the increasing stops just where the orange starts. So I'll try and do the same on this side, but if you can see my blend of when I'm plying, so my orange and my yellow part must have just barber pulled that little bit more. Am I explaining that properly? The colours didn't match quite right, like they weren't perfectly spun. I mean, I did really well. I was really impressed with how they did match, but they didn't quite do it as much. So when I started decreasing, I did it a little bit early. I could have probably had like maybe 3 or 4 more rows before I started decreasing, but absolutely fine. Perfect spin. It's definitely better than this much left. Happy with that. Happy. And then my third skein that I got from Furbeck Fibres is still in a skein. So this one is on a Corriedale base, and it is called Mermaid's Purse. And this one I did as a super fractal. So I broke it up. This one I did into 5 little bumps. So I split down the middle, spun one end to end, and the other side, sorry, I broke into 5 splits just to see what kind of yarn we'd get. And how fabulous has that turned out. So super bright, so super vibrant. 2-ply. Can you guess what this is gonna be? I can hear you screaming at me, Gemma, just pick something else to knit, but it's literally all I'm doing at the minute is the same thing over and over again. I'm listening to the same music, I'm watching the same programs, I'm listening to the same books, and I'm spinning and knitting the same things. But do you know what? It's just hitting my serotonin level just at the right amount that I'm happy. So, are you bored of seeing it yet? I know you're not. You want to see it. It's fine. Yeah, super happy with that. Super duper vibrant. I wouldn't normally spin something so barber pole, but I really wanted to see how it turned out with all those different colours, and I just think it's absolutely fabulous. Lovely jubbly. So that was all my Furbeck Fibres. I really enjoyed spinning all of those and knitting on them. I'm in spinning, but I'm also knitting. I've got one more. I'm going to show you my last knitting project because it's all that I've been working on at the minute. This is in one of my handmade bags I did a long time ago that is covered in fibre. Okay. This is a new project, and it is a jumper I started for my dad. Now, I'm going to show you what happened to start with, because there's actually 2 projects in here. This was the very beginnings of the Savern, I'm going to put it on the screen, Savern jumper by MellyKnits. This is the sleeve. So you start with the sleeve, and as you can see, it's a big cable jumper. Now this yarn is, I don't have the ball band with me, but it is Drops Lima, I think, which is wool and alpaca. So it's like a nice rustic wool for that warmth, and the alpaca for like the softness. It is very soft, and it does have like quite a halo to it and little fuzzies that stick out, but it's going to be the brief was eating it. The brief was a nice textured jumper that is going to keep him warm in winter. So my dad wanted a nice warm jumper, so it's a worsted weight, and I started on this jumper. However, I got to here, so this is your sleeve, and then it's like a saddle shoulder, and the pattern looks lovely, it looks really good, but I got to here and realised I was 10 stitches less than what the pattern should say, and I cannot for the life of me find out where they are. I don't know where I've lost them. I can't see. I'm sure it's not a mistake in the pattern. I'm really sure it's just my brain, but I can't see it. And it gets to this point and you're supposed to decrease right up until like 30 stitches or something, and then it becomes like the shoulder of the pattern, and it looks like a really nice fit. But I think if I've got to this point and I'm already 10 stitches less and start decreasing from here, it's going to be shorter than the next sleeve, unless the mistake is in the pattern and I do exactly the same on the next one. But I cannot make my brain do it, and I wasn't really enjoying the cables, and they look really good, and I think the finish on it is going to look really fabulous. But I can't watch TV while I do it. Lots and lots of cable needles needed all the time, and it just wasn't, I wasn't gravitating towards it. It took me like a month or 2 to knit a sleeve, and I thought, if I can only do one sleeve in this amount of time, how long is it going to take me to do an entire jumper? So I have just abandoned that particular pattern, and I've picked another one because I'm just not going to finish it. And my dad obviously wants it for winter time, but it's, you know, it's freaking freezing outside and it's June, so he's going to need it soon. So what I did is I just picked a new pattern. So we've gone for, so tiny little cast on here. So nice textured jumper. It's got a slight cable detail in the raglan, so it's a raglan fit instead of a oh, I'm losing stitches. Yeah, so it's a raglan jumper construction, top down this time, instead of the saddle shoulder with all separate pieces and pieced together. So this jumper is called the Jib. It's an Andrea Mowry pattern. So this is the front. You can tell because there's lots of short row shaping in the collar, which is quite nice. So, and then you get this cable on the raglan increase and just a nice texture all over. Much easier pattern to follow. It's a 3x1 rib basically. all the way around, and it just moves across so many rows, so you get that really nice texture with those increases with the cable detail. I'm enjoying it much more. So I cast on this the other day, and already we have structure, we have a piece. It could do with going on a bigger needle right now because it looks like a tiny children's jumper, but actually it's quite big. I do need to make sure that I'm sticking at gauge, just so it'll fit my dad, but yeah, so there you go. That's my knitting. I have one other project that I'm not working on at the moment, but it is there. It's a whip in progress. If you follow me for a while, you know that I don't like to have lots and lots of projects. I only have a couple on at a time. Usually it's just a muscle burr, that's all I've been knitting on, but I have enjoyed doing that jumper. And I have my advent calendar jumper that I have been working on that I haven't touched because all I need to do is pick up the sleeves, and it's not getting me at the minute. It will eventually because I really want the finished item. It looks really pretty, but I've not been working on it, so I won't show you. If you want to see it, go back and see the last one. What I do have is the biggest pile of spinning you've ever seen, because I've been making an electric spinning wheel. Now, if you've all been following my progress on this wheel, you're all waiting so patiently for it to be released. I know it's taken a while, but I really want it to be right. I want it to be correct. I want the design to be just so. I don't want it to go out into the world and it break everywhere. And now I know, hand on heart, that I can say I'm so proud of this. So, do you want to see the wheel? Do you want to see the spinning? I'm going to show you the spinning. Keep the suspense. So lots and lots of testing has happened. So I've spun lots and lots. So I'll just go with the stuff that I threw through the wheel because I wanted a big giant full bobbin. So this is some British wool with blue neps, and it's not very nice. You're like, Gemma, why haven't you knit a muscle burr out of it? No, it's not nice. I think what it is going to be is a cushion. So I have also been spinning some nice merino. So this is just dyed merino from World of Wool. Now these two colours are my living room colours. So we all match. We've got the pink on the walls. Okay, this pink is pretty much pinker than that, but we're pink and we're blue, and then white with blue neps. I threw it on the floor. White with blue neps. So I think I'm gonna make some sort of furnishings for the living room. I don't know, now I've got it here next to this. I don't like it. That's going to live in my stash forever. It's never going to get used for anything. But yeah, I enjoyed spinning these. Nice bit of merino, nice and soft. And these will be used in a project together, probably for furnishings in the living room. I also spun some of the leftovers of my dyeing adventures. So this is superwash Falkland merino from Wingham Woolworks, and it is, I will say it a million times, the nicest merino I've ever used. I know some of you don't really like that superwash feel, but it's so super silky, drapey, the softest, and it wears so well. My dad has a hat that he's worn now for about 2 years made out of this, and it gets softer and softer and softer the more you wear it. Really nice. And this has just got some subtle greens, and it did have a little bit of blue in there. I can't really see the blue now. It's the tiniest little bit of it here. It might stripe once. I don't think there's quite enough to make a hat out of, but I've got lots and lots of scraps of this because I've got lots of leftovers from other bits of spinning that I've done, and I'm going to put them all together and make a project out of all of them once I've got lots and lots of it all together. So that's that spin. So really nice. Favourite fibre. And then I started on my fleeces. So this is, let's have a little look. This is spinning to the crimp. So it's BFL from Massam. It's the second half of a fleece that had a break in it. Oh, okay, so I got a fleece, and when I was processing it and pulled the staple across, it had a break right in the middle. Well, it was kind of to the end a little bit. It was enough that I could break off the break, and I had enough of a staple to do a little something with. This is the amount that I got with it, because honestly it was such a pain in the bum to break off each time. It wasn't worth my time. So second half of a fleece that had a break in it, combed and worsted spun on the Argonaut. It had 8 crimps per inch, and I got 36 grams, or 8 crimps per inch. So I did it at 8 twists per inch. So reading in Kath Snape and Alison Deakin's book, Inspired to Spin, she talks about spinning to the crimp, and I wanted to try, and it really does make a nice yarn. So it's definitely, it was worth putting in the little bit of math to get that nice, perfectly, it's like a super round yarn. Really, really nice. But yes, just a 36 grams. Spun quite thicker. I spun it thicker, so yeah. I enjoyed doing that little project. I better put that back on there, because otherwise I will have no idea what it is. Random little bits of scraps. So all these little bits now are things that I've been spinning for the Certificate of Achievement. So I am I've signed up to do a Certificate of Achievement, a City and Guilds in spinning. Now it's a 5-year course. I think I've done about 1.5 years of it now. I'm really behind, because other things are taking over my life. But I have enjoyed playing, so that will go part of the certificate. We've got another one here. Let's have a look what this is. This is gross. This is BFL spun on the Argonaut. Woolen attempted long draw badly is what my note says. Balled up and plied 2-ply from the ball. BFL from the broken locks. Badly done row logs with neps left in. So that was my first attempt at long draw on my Argonaut. I've since been said that actually what I was doing wasn't long draw, it was spinning from a point, spinning off a point, spinning from the tip. But I have got a long draw class next month. In 4 weeks' time, I'm going for a long draw class with Freya Lynn Close Hainsworth, sorry. And she is going to tell me all about how to do long draw. I'm excited for that. Put that back together, otherwise, again, I will not know what I've been doing. And then this is what I've really enjoyed doing. So this is a Romney Cross Shetland from Fernhill Farm, sorry. Fernhill Fibres is the shop that sells the fleece, and Fernhill Farm is obviously the farm that breed all the sheep. It's the second time I've bought this particular fleece. It's very nice. I did 1-ply woolen with the drum carder, and I did 1-ply worsted with the combs. So when I got this fleece, I was really excited about it because I loved the first one. I thought, right, I'm going to do a second one, and I'm going to use it as my final piece for my long luster section of my course. So I was going to get a long luster fleece, which is the Romney Shetland, and I was going to do my final piece. However, when the fleece came, it was literally in a box, and it was all pieces. So it was one fleece, but it wasn't together. It wasn't that. I wanted to be able to roll it out, and I wanted to be able to identify that that's the head. That was where the head was, and they're the legs, and that's the back end. And I wanted to be able to get all those really, really lovely parts of the shoulder. I wanted the best of the best for my final piece. And when I got it, it was literally jam-packed in a box. And as I turned it upside down, it's like a sandcastle, you know, when you turn something out and it comes out the same shape. And it was lovely. It was really nice fleecy bits, but it wasn't what I needed. So instead of doing my final piece, I am just going to get myself a big jumper. So this is half of what I've got so far. I think I'm up to about 526 grams. I think I'm missing a skein. Anyway, I think I've got another little one as well. And I've still got half of a fleece left to do. The staple's not as long as I wanted it to be. I wanted to be able to comb it all, but actually it's quite short. Some of it's longer than the others, so I've been going through it and literally picking out the long bits, and I've been combing them, and the shorter staple, and I've been carding that. I borrowed a drum carder from my local group, the Spinners of Air, and I've been having lots of fun with that, creating big bats. And I've been watching, do you guys follow MellyKnits on YouTube and Instagram? She processes fleece, so she gets lots and lots and lots of sheep fleeces from everywhere, and she picks through all of it and cards it all and sells it as big bats. She does lots of different clubs, and I'm very, very envious of everything she makes. And I have joined her team this year for Tour de Fleece. Are you guys doing Tour de Fleece? I've joined Melly's team because I just, yeah, I'm envious of everything she does. But she has just done a recent video called Guts, I think it's called. And she just goes through different fleeces and shows you how to pick them apart to get the best out of them. So about pulling second cuts out, getting rid of your tips, looking for breaks, and how to put through a drum carder to get the best loftiness out of it. And that was, it was the perfect video at the perfect time for what I was doing, because I was really struggling popping all the locks and stuff through a drum carder, just throwing it all in, and it was so neppy and so breaking, and it wasn't pleasant to spin. And yeah, that video just gave me the what I needed at the time. There you go. I'm going to link it down below. I think you should all go watch it if that's what you enjoy doing. And obviously my life has turned into how many fleece can I collect? Honestly, my shed is full of sheep fleece now. I don't know how my life turned into this, but it has. Okay, I know I've been talking a lot. Would you all like to see my Argonaut? So last time I spoke to you guys, I wasn't quite finished with it. Or was I? I can't remember. It wasn't quite ready. It wasn't quite finished. But I've since. Now this one again. So this is the Argonaut. This particular Argonaut belongs to one of my testers. So all the ones that I have at the minute are all out in the world. All the ones that exist, they're out in the world being tested on. I have one here that I've been spinning on that I like to call the Frankennaut, because it literally has all of the tester parts. It's all in lots of different colours. However, I have this tester wheel back at the minute because they've been out into the world. They have been spun on lots and lots and been tested, and I have now improved all the different bits. So the things that I have changed, not on this particular wheel because I haven't done it yet, and I really wanted, this is the only time I could sit down and talk to you guys. So this one has not been updated yet, but I want to tell you what I have done. So what we have done is we have put numbers onto the dials instead of the arrow at the side, because as you're spinning, I thought it was quite easy to turn your speed control on and off like this. You can just see where your arrow is and see what kind of clock you're at. That was my thing. You can see what kind of time you're at, what time you're spinning at. but it came back in tester feedback. Actually, it'd be nice to have just your numbers. So as you're going, you can see the numbers here, and there will be a little line on the front here that matches. Much easier to see how you're spinning, and that will also be on the tensioner cord as well. The tensioner pin at the side here. What else did we change? We redesigned the motor driver. So the motor driver has had a little redesign. If you didn't know, this particular the plate at the back here is all the electronics. So inside here is the motor that's suspended. So the motor is suspended inside, so it's got lots of airflow. It's got vents at either side, so no overheating. In fact, the motor driver now has been designed so it doesn't even hit the top end of the motor. It shouldn't ever overheat. And we've designed it to give that little bit more torque and a little bit more speed as well. It's probably not noticeable to the testers when they get it back, but we know that there will be no overheating. Not that there was much anyway, but we just wanted to just refine it that little bit more. And we also redesigned the tensioner pulley. So the tensioner pulley has had a redesign as well, just a better way of gripping to that center shaft, because this particular the tensioner pulley here is what you hold on to. It's also how you change your bobbin. So you hold on to here to keep this center axle still. So when you change your bobbin, it was getting to the point where this might start to twist. You could eventually, it's all screwed in there, but you could eventually get to the point where it'd twist. So we've redesigned that so that is not a problem anymore. So just those 3 little changes. That was everything that came back from the testers. Oh, also this at the bottom here went out like this to the testers, but on the wheels that are getting made, there will be a channel going through. So all this will be integrated into the wood. So that won't catch on anything either. So that was the 4th change. I know there was 4. But it's so close. So I'm just going to update this one for Magda and send it back out to her. The testers have had the wheels for about 2 months now, and yeah, that's all the changes that we've made to them. I am so happy with how it's turned out. I think it looks absolutely fabulous in black. Oh, we also changed this. So at the minute, the S and the Z here, the little switch, they're in vinyl, but we've changed it so it's all integrated into the print. It looks very good. So Gemma, what are you waiting for? I'll tell you what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the bases to be made. Now, the base, I can make everything on here, but the wood is very time consuming. And because I need it into a certain, I like the shape, so it's ergonomic. You can turn, let's see, you can turn without your fingers getting in. So it's got that little shape to it. And I want all the holes pre-drilled and that channel putting in. So it's going to a local company that have got a fab wood shop. So they've got a trained wood shop. I'm waiting for the bases to be handmade. And I'd quite like the quality check of them when they get back. So they are with the company at the minute. They promising me that I am in their production queue. It's very close to being ready, but as soon as that wood comes in, we are go, guys. We are go. So I am going to be doing a pre-order. They are going to be available on Etsy. They are going to be priced at £240. All being well, as long as this company can make my bases for the price that they've said they can, £240. How good is that? So if you've been following my journey, you know that all I want to do is try and bring, all I want to do, I want to be able to bring joy to everybody, but what I want to be able to do is bring some affordability back into crafting. It'd be nice if there was products out on the market and that was out there in the world that with just a little bit of saving, instead of lots and lots of saving, you can get yourself an electric wheel. So there's going to be lots of different options. You're going to be able to choose your colour. You're going to be able to choose whether you would like, so it's run on a USB-C. So everybody at home has probably got a drawer full of USB-C chargers. It's probably a phone charger. So do you really need another one? You're very welcome. I will provide one if you need one. A battery pack. I'm not going to be providing battery packs. They are available everywhere. Now, I see lots and lots online of people saying, is this battery pack going to work with this wheel, or is this... Battery packs are batteries. It's like saying, do you think this Duracell AA is going to work as well as this Asda made AA? Batteries are batteries. If you pay more, you're going to get a better quality. But anything that you buy that is USB run will run the wheel. It just, how long for? I have one, I think it cost me £10 and it runs it for about 9 hours. So, you know, you pay for what you get. I'll probably pop lots of, maybe try this one on Amazon, you know, what's it called? Recommendation, that's what, I'll recommend a few. I won't be providing them because that changes the way that I'll have to stock them, and I don't want to have to stock anything. So, but that's it. How exciting is that? One more time. It's so good. I love it so much. I'm so happy with how the testers have gone on with it. There has been a few breakages, but we fixed them. That's everything's managed to get fixed. So happy, so proud. I will let you all know when it will be ready for pre-order. It's going to be soon. They've promised me it's going to be soon. Well, hopefully in about 2 weeks' time, maybe. I will be announcing it on Instagram. I will be announcing it here on YouTube, and I will also be sending out an email to anybody that would like to be on an email list, just to let you know when it will be going live. If you would like to be notified of when Argonaut is going live, just leave a comment down below. Maybe give me your email address. In fact, my email address is down below, so if you want to just send me an email, I'll pop you on the list. I won't be doing lots of newsletters or anything like that. I'm not a writer. English is not my first language. It totally is my first language, but I can't write. It doesn't go from here to here. So I will be sending out just the one email to let you know when it'll be going on sale, and that's it. You won't be getting a bombardment from me. So let me know if you'd like to be on the list. What else have we got to tell you? Oh, so much, but I'm going to leave it there, and I will get in touch with you really, really soon. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. See you soon.